So I've given everyone a link for the Nearpod. So I'm going to start, and there's 2 of you that have already joined, or 3 of you. So Anne's joined, Chris has joined, Jackie's joined, Mindy has joined. So give everyone just a few more moments to join. We have Serena, Sharon's joined. Thank you. All righty, I'm gonna just double check on Zoom real quick. So we have 8 people that has joined. Is there anyone having problems getting into the Nearpod by clicking on the link in the chat?
I'm not sure I'm getting all this Microsoft Edge stuff coming up.
Yes, it's opening up a new browser for you. So
Okay.
It's taking you right to Nearpod. So just open up the Microsoft Edge if it's doing that. Don't worry about that.
Okay, do I click get started when it's?
Yes.
Okay.
Does it say like put in your name?
No, it just
on the Zoom is showing you the teacher side of what Nearpod looks like. And then on your internet browser, which I want you to stay on for the most part, this is like you're pretending to be a student. So I'm going to show you back and forth of what that looks like. And the purpose of this is just to, get antiquated with something new, but also for me to get to know you better. So we're going to go through this, and you can see here that our objective about creating active learning opportunities for students. Active learning allows students to have overt participation, so like speaking, and covert is doing something without speaking, and you're going to see that in just a moment. So I have a question for you, and you're doing this on your internet browser. You have a minute to do it. So this is just a simple one. I was thinking that this would be, have a lot of people from other schools here. You just write down what's your name, what's the school that you're at, and what's your favorite place that you've traveled to. And you should have on the screen a thing for you to type in. Also, for your students, you could have them record audio. You just have to mute yourself on Zoom when that occurs. You can record an audio response as well. And then on the teacher end, when you're done submitting, you can go back to Zoom and see everyone's responses, just so that you can see on the teacher end. Oh, France. Kelly, I really like Paris and Marseille. And then I've never been to La Paz, Mexico, but I really want to go down to La Paz and Cabo San Lucas. And
you can skip Cabo, go to La Paz.
Go to La Paz. All right, awesome. And Didi was saying Guadalajara.
Definitely.
Yeah. So my wife's grandfather is from Guadalajara. So yeah, so what's really cool is that I'm going to just pop up someone's right now. So if you're looking on your student view, Kelly's is up, and she's for France, and then I can do anyone else's. Sharon, a favorite place to go is Okinawa. So as you can see, you can bring out different responses of your students, and they've had an opportunity to respond, and it can stimulate conversation. So this is just one way to begin to get to know students.
Okay,
So this slide right here is, how are you feeling? Draw 1 or more circles around each emoji that you feel currently. So I like to incorporate social emotional learning to begin each class, and you can circle it, and you can essentially sometimes you can have your student circle and then write something about how they're feeling, or just do a circle. So
that's from the pen on the bottom.
Yeah, the pen on the bottom. Yep, the pen allows you to circle. Yep, and there's a eraser. There's a text box that you can write a response in. So there's a lot of different things that you can do here, and I can see everyone's drawing. if you look on the Zoom, you can see the teacher end, which I have right now. And you can start stimulating conversation based on students' responses after some time. But yeah, I like to do that like check-in. I like to do that check-in to begin class when you were doing it synchronous, as well as this can be done asynchronously as well. This could be posted right onto your Canvas, and they could just be doing this at their own pace, their own time, by just clicking a link and going right to the pre-built slide deck that you built on Nearpod. So I'm going to share names. So let's see everyone's responses. All right. All silly, worried. You can, someone's silly, happy, worried, happy. So yeah, so you can share these responses or you cannot, it's up to you. And when you're working with your class. So as everyone out, this is that you can have direct links right onto your slideshow and students can click onto it. I hope that you've already bookmarked the, our education to career ETCN EdTech website. And then we have our YouTube page as well. So I'm going to give you a quick little strategy. I like to call think, write, pair, share. We do this all the time. And first, I like with the protocol to have just you to have some think time. So I like to read this out loud to students. I say, think, what EdTech tools do you know how to use? So I'm going to give you some think time now for about 30 seconds. And your task is going to be to list as many tools as you can. List about thinking about as many tools as you can before we write down a list. So, and then also I want you to create a list of the tools that you want to learn more about. So you're going to have basically two lists. One is tools that you know how to use already. And then there's going to be a list of tools that you want to learn more about when you complete this. So I'm going to give you some think time now. So go ahead and at the very bottom, it says share your thoughts. So list the tools that you know and the tools you may want to learn more about. So go ahead and start writing that list. I'm going to give you about two and a half minutes. And you'll start seeing responses. And when you're done, you can start liking people's responses that may have some similar ones as you.
So once I post this, I can't edit it.
No, that's one thing that I don't like about this is that you cannot edit on the student end, I believe. So that is a little bit of the frustration. Oh, Diane, there you go. Awesome. You did it.
I did it. I not quite sure how, but I did it.
You did it. So that's awesome. So thank you everyone for your responses. So just take a gander of what everyone got and then oh, cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. putting in the images. You can have students put in images instead if you want, or, along with that, create some, this is very UDL friendly throughout Nearpod. So right now, before I'm going to partner you up with someone to talk about what you did, what you wrote about, I just want to go over these 2 questions with you. You're going to be talking about with your partner, what tools do you know already how to use, and then what tools do you want to learn more about. So I'm going to create some breakout rooms for you all, and I'm going to have you talk about these 2 questions now for the next 2 minutes, and then you're going to respond to another prompt. So go ahead and just keep these questions up. You're going to be talking with the partner for about 2 minutes. All righty, welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you had a good conversation about these 2 questions. So here we go. So I'm going to start your next question. So I'm going to read it aloud. What EdTech tools did you and your partner know about and use? What tools are ones that you want to learn more about that your partner listed?
So should I start?
Yeah, go ahead and start.
Okay. Yeah. So I was with Didi and
write it out, please.
Write it out. Okay.
Okay.
Write it out, please, and then I will have you. Then I will have a number of people talk about it.
That's interesting. Oh, there it is. I recorded an answer just to try it.
Oh, I did that on another screen.
I can play it.
It's not a masterpiece. You don't have to. It's just
no, you definitely can though. And you can share that with students.
Matt, one thing, when you share as the teacher, like if you share one of these responses, you have to do a new share for us because we don't see it.
Oh, I do. Oh,
Yeah.
It's another window. Okay,
Yeah.
That's good to know with that because I'm used to using so I use Pear Deck as well, and it automatically pops. So thank you for letting me know. I use Nearpod, quite a bit, but that's just I appreciate that. That's good to know. But you can see right now, if you look on the Zoom screen when you're done, you can see if this is pretending that you're the teacher. You're not showing your students this right here unless you really would want to. But I just wanted to show you that every time a student's answer pops in, you can see it and you can start talking about that. And when I do share this though, for example, say I showed Sharon's answer, look on your Nearpod and see if that pops up, correct?
Yes.
Yes, so Sharon's answer is Nearpod. And then we have, so who would like to share? Who would like to first share? And then I'll bring your response up.
I'm still typing, sorry.
Oh, no worries, it's okay.
I type a lot. Oh, my time's up. All right, sorry. Time's up. You can share mine if you want, Matt.
Okay.
I don't.
All right, so go ahead and talk about it.
Oh, okay. So essentially, with Sharon and I together, yay, the night shift crew. So we felt pretty comfortable with the tools that we have. I mean, we've learned a lot. All of us have learned a lot since the COVID situation. And of course, this is a really exciting tool that I'm excited to use. The only drawback that I can see, and I'm going to tell you, my students that are the beginning level online, they are going to be hard pressed to manipulate. They do not know how to minimize a screen. They don't know what that word is. So it's going to be a challenge. But I'm not saying I'm not ever going to do it, but I would have to implement. I vision this like maybe it would be a little warm up or something, or maybe it would be an activity later on that we would use, and it would just be, like lots of time available.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Skills.
Yeah, with any new tool, you're building routines, you're modeling the routines, and you can start off, you could do like 1 or 2 slides at a time. It could be something that they just click on and on Canvas, or you just have them send a link, and it could be just like 1 slide. It could be 1 activity.
Yeah, they could just maybe practice typing their name. I mean,
yeah,
that
exactly.
simple thing using this.
100%.
Believe it or not, but people do not. They don't know how to use a keyboard.
Yeah, totally.
So anyway, all right.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I talk a lot, so I'm not saying I'm not. I'm excited. I think this is awesome, amazing, yay. But I would have to, really have to scale back for the beginners.
Totally. Yeah. And it's like you scaffold it over time. You do something really basic with it, and then you start building. And that's something that, we'll talk about in future sessions about like building this out and incorporating into your class. So those are really good points. Does anyone else want to share before we move on?
I think that this is a great tool to potentially introduce when you have an in-person group as well.
I agree.
Because then you can project the teacher screen, but they can have their own screen on their phone or on their device in front of them to answer the questions. So it may be that that's a first step, and then later you move to the whole.
And that's great. Yeah, that you have that luxury of having students in person to like work with them on incorporating this. So that's a great point there. It's a lot easier to start off with students in person, teaching them the tool than teaching them how to do it when they're online with you. Awesome.
Can you play back Jackie's recording? I just wanted
to.
Let
me go ahead.
How that was shared.
Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me just see if it pops.
So you didn't really talk, or is she talking? Did you share sound, Matt?
Yeah, let me share sound and see if that works. Hold on a second. I need to share my sound.
Okay.
I make that mistake every time in Zoom, every time.
I need to share my screen again. All right, here we go.
Me and my partner
anything, which is odd.
Basically know a lot of the same
That's
things.
Something I'll look at more. It should be where if I share my sound, it should pop right up. So.
It worked.
Oh, it worked? You heard it? Oh, great.
Yeah. I heard her.
Like I said, awesome. It wasn't a masterpiece. It was just a practice.
All right. So what I like to do with Nearpod as well is that you can do virtual reality to stimulate a conversation, or like you want to go into like a quick write, or you want to go into some activity to activate prior knowledge. So you can go and take students anywhere in the world. Today we have Cabrillo, and you can just, it could be anywhere in the world. There's so many different locations, and you can have them just look at it. And what I like to do is have them do a quick notice and wonder. So what are some just observations that they can make? And then what are some questions that they have? So what do you notice? What do you remember noticing about Cabrillo? And then what do you wonder about that? And this could be more for intermediate and advanced students, but you could just have, for example, more of the beginners like notice. You could have them just write like, what do you notice? Or like, what are things that pop out to you? So I like having students fill out, 2 or 3 things for notice, and then maybe like 1 or 2 wonder, depending on what you would like. But I like this is a way to, activate just kind of observations and prior knowledge so that you can go into a lesson. And this can be done they could be watching a video, they could be looking at an image, they could be looking at the VR that we just saw.
Mindy, how did you get typing? Because all I had was my drawing toolbar.
There was a TT. You can
Oh.
see.
Yeah, there's
I
a TT.
haven't submitted yet, but you can see my work.
Yeah, it's on
Yeah,
the
I
bottom.
On the teacher,
row.
on the
Okay.
teacher view, on Zoom.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see it.
I was
Yeah.
playing around thinking you guys couldn't see what I
Yeah,
was
so
messing
there's
up.
you see there's a multiple tools. There's the eraser, there's a picture, there's TT, which is the text box, there's a highlighter. You could have the highlighter, which is great. You can have students annotate or underline things.
Wow. I missed it. I didn't see that earlier. Thank you.
No idea what you're talking about.
There you go.
All right.
Okay.
Now, when we write there, then and we submit, it's going to put it in some organized spot.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Yep. You can move it around as well. It could be like anywhere on the screen. You can move it.
Okay. Yeah, that part I saw. I just didn't know if then when it went to everybody.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
everyone, it pops up wherever you put it.
Oh, I see. So it's not combined. There's not a way to put all the
everybody's
student
answer.
answers into one slide.
So what you
Okay.
no, you cannot do that. But what's
Oh.
cool is that I'm going to bring this up right now. Do you see on your Nearpod there's a whiteboard now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can, for example, see the teachers on teacher view, what exactly the students have written, and I could start writing them down. I could say,
Oh,
someone said it was a bright day. Someone said it was Labor Day. Say someone had ocean. So you could start having this
Okay.
conversation with the whiteboard, which is really cool, that I like to do sometimes as well.
okay.
And then this is another question we don't have to answer, but I like to do sometimes like a follow-up question, like what comes to mind when you see this part of town after they've done the notice and wonder protocol. I mean, it's just another good follow-up, especially, sequencing. So these are fun little things like you could do like short multiple choice. What's the best burger restaurant in San Diego? And you have a poll. And this could be
Ooh,
multiple
I have
choice
strong feelings
questions
about
as
this
well.
question.
Do you?
I do.
So let's see who wins, or if there's a tie.
It's been a while.
What if you don't eat burgers?
Yeah, if you're a vegetarian, this might be different.
There's vegan burgers, right?
I'm a vegetarian. They're not the same, but
I know. So far it looks like not listed,
Mhm.
and then In-N-Out, Rockies, and Hodad. So not listed, is that is that vegan? Or whoever said not listed
I
those?
did. I put not listed because I'm a vegetarian. So
Okay. Who else did not listed?
Okay, I would like to do that, but I don't know how to put my mark. I don't see
Yeah,
how
the poll's
to-
already closed.
The poll's
so you-
closed.
Well, no, even when it was open, I could not do anything.
Were you in Zoom or were you in?
Nearpod.
Nearpod.
Well, I don't know. I don't know where I'm at, actually.
So if you see, for example, if you're on Nearpod, it says time's up. But if you're on Zoom, you'll see the question, what's the best burger place in San Diego?
Okay. So Okay, well, and once again, I can't change the screen I'm looking at. It says you're viewing Matt Rhodes' screen.
Yeah, you gotta toggle between the two.
Well,
So just hit escape and then
oh,
minimize.
escape, thank you. Let me
Yep.
write that down.
Yep. All right, we're finishing up. We have just one or two more things to go over before I show you a little bit things that you can do until the next time that we meet to, learn more about Nearpod and jump into it if you'd like a little bit more, which is up to you. All right, so this is just one that we talked about earlier a little bit. So what do you want to learn more about? You can choose more than one choice. This is relating to just types of tools or Canvas. Then Diane, do you see this pop up for you? Do you see the poll where you can click on an answer?
Did we lose Diane?
Oh,
We're suddenly down to 9 people.
Yeah, maybe she
Good.
dropped. Oh no.
maybe she closed the wrong window.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe she might have X'd it instead of
Oh
minimized.
no. All right, so let's share the responses. So active learning, engagement strategies, Canvas, assessment tools, Google Workspace 0. So good. All right, awesome. Awesome. So at the end of every activity or like the end of every lesson, I like to have students focus on like reflection or metacognition. So I like to have this type of protocol. What was your main takeaway? Or you could say like, what's the big thing you learned today? What's one question you have? And what is something you learned today you'll revisit? So I like to do different types of protocols like this at the end of class or any sort of session, so that this helps you kind of think about what's something that I really learned about, what's one question you may have, and then what's something that you want to revisit or further extend your learning.
Oh, you have to approve these?
Yep, you can approve them, or they'll just pop right in.
Because both of my things say pending approval.
Mhm.
All right, there we go. Sometimes I don't like having them pop up because sometimes I want to give people time to write their full answer out before they start popping up.
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
I was just trying a picture.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, so we will revisit the poll question options. Yes. Nearpod can be integrated with Google Slides. Yes, which is awesome. Yes, so there is a Poway account for everyone to get premium Nearpod. I'm just trying to figure out whether you all have access being here. I'm hoping that you do. I did interview, I did send a couple of emails out regarding this, so I'll let you know about this. And then creating lessons in Nearpod, we will definitely go over that. Is the learning curve easy or more challenging? If you know Google Slides, this should be fairly easy for you. If you don't know Google Slides, well, it will be a little bit more challenging. I'll let you know that. Going between windows is definitely the most difficult challenge to begin with. And sometimes, depending on what you like to do, sometimes I don't have students go between the different windows very often. Sometimes I tell students, for example, you're going to be on your Nearpod or Pear Deck slide the entire class. There's no need to switch, just keep it there. And so it does take time, and you got to build up to it. It's not something that the students will get overnight, and you just slowly incorporate it more and more. What's more user-friendly? I would say Pear Deck is more user-friendly, but since we have accounts with Poway with Nearpod, you can do so much more on Nearpod Premium than Pear Deck Freemium. And for Escondido and Vista, since they have Premium Pear Deck, we're gonna be doing Pear Deck with them. So
You
now,
were looking at getting that for us too?
yeah, I was looking to get it for you as well, and that's something I'm going to discuss too. So we can either stay with Nearpod or Pear Deck, but we'll see what happens when I hear about licensings. So now these are a number of slides that you can look at later on your Google slideshow, and it's all about how to start building Nearpods with your Google Slides. And it shows you step by step of how to do them. So it's in that Google slideshow I share with you at the beginning. It will also be on the website as well for you to view. And then I think until next time, we'll probably dive deeper into building Nearpod with Google Slides. We'll go step by step of how to do that with you. So, I left you a little bit more of a hook to learn more about it. And then next time, we can focus more on building it out. But today I wanted just for you to, be students with it, see how it kind of works. And I got to know you a little bit more, kind of where you want to go in terms of training. If you could please on this last slide, and then with that, I am done for today. Thank you everyone for being here and taking this opportunity to, try this with me and, and learn. So thank you so much.
Excuse me.